Hello. I'm back. I'm back from the vet's office. And my beautiful Lola does have metastatic pulmonary she's got lung cancer. So she's technically my daughter's dog. My daughter's 17 and Lola is 11. Lola has a twin sister named Ruby who is going with my daughter and me to the vet this afternoon to say goodbye. And it's really heartbreaking. So anyway, I wanted to come on and update about the dog. And also, I guess I mentioned earlier that Trump is floating the idea of delaying the election. I don't know. I really don't think that he can do that. And Herman Cain died. And I'm really sorry Herman Cain died, but I guess that's what happens when you go to a rally with no mask on, with thousands of other people with no mask on. And more breaking news, Michael Flynn, his case is going to be reheard, so this is going to be an interesting time. I told my daughter this morning, she came in and asked me if she could go do something today, or last night maybe it was, because I'm not sending my daughter back to school. So she just got back yesterday, so she says, Mom, there's a National Honor Society thing tomorrow. And I said, Chloe, you know, I told you you can't go back to school. And I said, and she started to walk out of the room, and I said, no, wait, you don't understand. It's one thing to go to a meeting if you're socially distancing and you're wearing a mask and you're outside. It's completely another thing to go to school every day, 5 days a week for 8 hours a day and be around 400 people. Yes, of course you can go to your meeting, and of course you can see your friends. You just have to follow certain rules. And then I said, you know, there's a Chinese proverb, Chinese curse actually, saying or whatever. I hope you live in interesting times. Well, these are interesting times, aren't they? Boring times would be better. Boring times when people aren't getting killed by the police with their knee on the neck. Boring times when people aren't protesting in the streets. Boring times when there's not a plague. Boring times when we don't have a crazy person ruling this country and driving our country into the ground. You know, these are interesting times. That doesn't necessarily make them good times. So as far as the delaying the election, which is totally ludicrous, and probably the most important political thing on my mind right now. I don't know how effective I'm going to be on this with the deal with my dog weighing heavy on my mind. Oh, also I have to tell, I used to be a really good driver. I used to like to drive all over the place. I drive all over the country I've driven. It never used to bother me. Now that I'm in my 60s, it does bother me, and I don't know if it's a vision thing where sometimes I kind of see cars coming around me, and I'm not the slowest driver on the road, believe me, but it seems like out of my peripheral vision, I see a car coming in. It's almost like they're going to sideswipe me, is how I feel about it. And so it's starting to scare me to be on the interstate. So anyway, yesterday I drove 3.5 hours from Indiana down to Tennessee to meet my daughter, who her dad had driven halfway with her in her car. You know, I mean, he had his car, she had her car. And I drove down to meet them so that she could follow me the rest of the way because she needed her car for the summer. And I wasn't going to let her drive alone for 7 hours, 500 miles by herself. It's not, she's 17, it's not going to happen. So anyway, I went to bed last night and I could not go to sleep. And every time I closed my eyes, I would see, like, I don't know what this is all about because this has never happened to me before, but I would like wake up real quick or kind of, and it would be like I was going off the road, or a bicycle would pass in front of me, or once there was this little black kid that walked out. And it was just, I had to get up and take a pill because it was just freaking me out. So anyway, I don't know what all that's about, but you know, it was like driving that long. I was still driving in my sleep, so that was kind of scary. But let's look at the election. Are we going to have the election on time? No matter what happens, well, if it comes out that he wins, he's going to say, yeah, nobody cheated. But if it comes out that he loses, he's going to say that it was rigged. So I don't think it's going to be rigged unless the Russians get in there again. But let's just look at whether or not Trump could possibly be successful in pushing off this election to another time. I'm going to do a Celtic cross, and I'll move it down so you can see it. Oh, hang on, I'll be right back. Hang on, I'll be right back. For one thing, I have to turn the light on. Okay. I'm going to shut up again. Okay. I don't know what happened to that card. Curiouser and curiouser. I don't know what card it is either, so I guess we're going to find out. Outcome. Is Trump going to try to change the election? Ten of Swords. And the King of Cups is a water sign guy. Base of the reading, Page of Wands, a message. Behind, looks like he's trying to get help from, or he has tried to get help from afar. And the Empress card, pregnant with possibilities. Fertility. In the future, Strength card. You know, I probably should have done this from a certain perspective, and I didn't because I got distracted, but so maybe we should do it again. But let's see, go ahead and finish this. The Four of Cups is the hopes and fears, or the fears rather. The Two of Wands reversed in the opinion position. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Oh no, he won't. Look at the outcome card. Justice. So, we got the Ten of Cups, or Ten of Swords, crossed by the King of Cups. Sudden misfortune, tears. End of a delusion. Not necessarily a card of death, but I don't think this is going to fly. I don't think he's not going to be able to do this. King of Cups. Creative, kindness, generosity, liberality. Page of Wands is beneath. So this is a bearer of good tidings. So we're going to get good news about this. Hopefully it will be John Roberts that says that's not going to work. So behind him, or behind this idea, the Three of Wands, trade, commerce, cooperation in business, practical help from a successful merchant. The crowning card is the Empress, which is fertility, growth, marriage, wealth, fertility. I'm also looking at this as 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. In the near future, it's the Strength card. Always a good card. Spiritual over the material, the conquest of love over hate. The Four of Cups reversed in the fears is discontent if it's like this. This is like, well, you've got almost everything you wanted and you're not happy with that, and somebody's handing you something else and you're not happy with that. And so this way, new instruction, new relationships, and novelty. Maybe Trump's going to go find something else to do because he's not going to be the president anymore. And the Two of Wands reversed in the opinion position. Physical suffering, sadness, domination by others. So this is what family and friends think about this situation, and now we know about that. And then the Four of Wands is the our hopes and fears, and it doesn't matter if this card is this way or this way. The meaning is the same. Harvest home, prosperity, peace, harmony, a haven of refuge. So that's our hopes. Probably what's going to happen is Justice Roberts isn't going to go for this deal. I think only Congress could actually make a decision on this, but then I believe that it would go to the Supreme Court. So I think we're going to be good on it. So, I mean, there's been talk of Trump trying to Or maybe, I don't know, but I've heard people say something like, maybe he'll quit and make Mike Pence the president for a day, or whatever, king for a day. And with the understanding that Pence will pardon him. Then, of course, Pence would have to be inaugurated and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think that's going to fly. I just don't think that's going to fly at all. So, and Trump can't pardon himself. That's just ridiculous. You can't pardon yourself for crimes. You can't pardon people that are involved in crimes that you committed. I mean, that's just not... I got up and went to the vet this morning. Obviously, I had to be there early. I didn't... This is not... I haven't done anything with my hair. So anyway, I'm going to end out here because it's not really been a very good day for me. And I'm sure it's going to get worse. But I want to tell you that I'm really happy that people are seeing my channel and liking my videos. And thank you to my very few subscribers. I don't know who you are, but I'm really humbled by it, and I'll be back when I'm on a better even keel. Tomorrow's probably going to be rough, but I'll try to make it back. So, thanks. Bye.